Hello, good afternoon, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another episode. And we just witnessed Lionel Messi secure the most eluded trophy of all times when it comes down to his Argentine career. He won the World Cup just now against France, and in what was a thrilling encounter, we must say, we were properly entertained. At one point, it was almost as if Argentina had it done and dusted 2-0 up. Didier Deschamps, he made his changes even before halftime. He got in Olivier Giroud and Mane, and he got out Olivier Giroud, sorry, and Mane, and these guys came in and they made a difference. I think France they have a couple more gears to come up with throughout the game, and they went through the gears as well. Big up yourself, Walker. Big up yourself, Walker. But before we even go into the game, let me say big shout out to the sponsors, Quickling Shipping and RS Sports Store. Shout out to Kimo as well, who was at the lounge that I was watching the game from down there, Ribis on the waterfront. So big shout out to everyone who's constantly tuned into Halftime TV. And I had the discussion with a couple of friends of mine, and I said, if it gets a penalty, Argentina will win this one, because Emi Martinez, with his penalty shootout record, it was expected that he'd come up with at least one save. And Hugo Lloris, he's not the best goalkeeper when it comes down to penalties, and we saw that during the penalty shootout. A couple of penalties straight down the middle. His decision making again poor. I think the chances are this will be his last World Cup. But Hugo Lloris, I must say, I was disappointed with him in the penalty shootout. But folks will say you can't blame the goalkeeper, because penalties are expected to be scored. So I think he gets a little bit of slack in that regard. Overall, I think it was a proper World Cup final. It was a game fitting of a World Cup final. We saw so many games throughout the course of the tournament, some entertaining games as well. I think this was the most entertaining World Cup I've watched. And Lionel Messi, he's solidified his name, his status as the greatest ever player. Kylian Mbappe with a hat trick in the World Cup final. That's unheard of. That's unthinkable. And I know a couple of World Cups. He probably has two more World Cups to play in. We should expect the records to be shattered. And what's compelling is France, even without the likes of N'Golo Kante and Paul Pogba and Karim Benzema and Mania and Theo Hernandez, all these guys, they still got to the finals of the World Cup, and we expect Zinedine Zidane to take over from Didier Deschamps at the end of this tournament. So I think the French, they have a good structure in place, have a good system in place, and it spells only good things for them going forward. They have a good crop of young players who are determined to make an impact on the team. And I think in a couple of years' time, we will see the best of them. We saw very few of the French players crying, because obviously they've won it before and they know what it's like. Argentina celebrating because they've been trying so hard to get back to the top. Since 1986, they haven't won the World Cup. And Diego Maradona, his status as the greatest Argentine player ever, and in the argument for the greatest player to ever kick a ball with Pele, he was knighted basically down there in Argentina. So it's only fitting for Lionel Messi in this, his last World Cup, to lift the trophy. It was written in the stars, everything aligned, and Lionel Messi scoring a brace in the final. Even that is incredible. Scored from the penalty spot, and then he scored another one that Lautaro Martinez fluffed his lines on. But I think Argentina played their game. The coach blundered, in my opinion, when he took off Angel Di Maria. That was just about 60 minutes, because Di Maria had Jules Koundé's number. France didn't know what to do when Argentina was coming down that flank, and I think Di Maria coming off at 60 minutes, it gave the impetus back to the French team, and that's where they saw that, hey, we can start growing into this game. I think Argentina then readjusted. They got an outlet on when Martinez came on, and although Martinez is not the most clinical, is not the most convincing striker in my opinion, he runs into the spaces and he creates opportunities. He's always there, offering himself as an outlet to create a chance at goal. But overall, it was a fascinating game. It was a fantastic game. If you can hear it, I'm a little bit hoarse, but I think it was a magnificent game. And if you got the opportunity to see it, I'm pretty sure you'll say the same thing. Shout out to everyone in the comment section. Jay Matheson, big up yourself. Ayana, big up yourself as well. And wherever you tune in from, I know I haven't been posting videos as often as we'd like. But again, the World Cup, there's so many games, so little time, so much to get crammed in. But we try our best to get it done. All right. But as I said, folks, it's one of those things where we witnessed the game and we saw where Argentina, they started off strongly. France wasn't in the game in the first half any at all. It was almost as if they were so passive. They didn't offer anything. I think up until 60 minutes, France, sorry, didn't have a shot, much less a shot on target. So they didn't even create any chance whatsoever. They didn't kick a ball. Martinez didn't make a save, right? And then when Angel Di Maria came off, everything changed. And I think that gave France the opportunity to get back into the game. Didier Deschamps, he needs to take some credit from this game as well. His substitutions were spot on. I had a problem with Griezmann coming out because I think he was the creative mastermind in that midfield. But overall, I think it was just a tremendous game. I'm happy Lionel Messi won it, but I'm glad it was difficult for him. I didn't want it to be the penalty that Argentina won in the first half. There were question marks surrounding that penalty. And then the second goal, Argentina went 2-up, and we were like, okay, this one's rigged. I'm pretty sure you saw it on Twitter. You saw it everywhere. Everyone was saying it was rigged. And Mbappe, he took it up on himself, I must say. And in my opinion, Mbappe is the man of the match for the final. He took it up on himself, and he literally dragged his team back into this one, because aside from Kylian Mbappe, France didn't create much. France didn't have an outlet. They weren't attacking. They weren't potent in the attacking third either. So I think he had something to say. I'm pretty sure everyone who watched that game would have taken note of Kylian Mbappe, and if there were interest in getting his signature, that price tag just went up by a whole lot. And as they'd say now, 2022 price and 2023 price, totally different. So overall, big game. Martinez in goal for Argentina. Never in doubt that he was going to stop one or two of the penalties. He did just that. Only needed to stop one, really, because Tchouaméni kicked his wide. Hugo Lloris, atrocious. Couldn't even get close to any of the penalties. And I know folks will say, oh, Argentine penalties were well kicked. No. He gave them, he made it easier for them, and put it that way, because I think for Messi's penalty, he took 2 steps to the left and Messi just rolled it in over to his right. Impossible for him to get back there. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Big facts. It changed back to Argentina when Paredes came in. Yes, Walker. Yes, totally agree. Totally agree. But congratulations to the French team. Regardless of all the injuries, they still made it to the finals, second finals in consecutive World Cups. And again, when you consider their injury list, it's incredible what they're doing with this set of players. No Benzema, no Pogba, no Kante. Those 3 players were key members of the last squad that won the World Cup. And not making excuses, but when you look at the depth of that France team, likes of Alans and Maxima, could even get into the squad, could even get a kick in at. He couldn't get a sniff in this squad. So they had something good going, and we expect big things from them come the next World Cup. This is Messi's last World Cup, so it's only fitting that he left with the cup. And for those who were questioning his status as one of the greatest, I'm pretty sure you'll be very close to changing your mind now, because the argument that has been made so many times is Messi's won the Champions League, but he had Xavi and Iniesta and all these guys around him. He's never won the World Cup. He's never taken the Argentine team on his back. I'll tell you something, this Argentine team, they took Messi on their back for this World Cup. And in the end, it proved to be the way forward. All right, so congratulations, Argentina. Congratulations, all the Argentine fans. And big up on yourself. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. Drink responsibly, stay safe. And happy holidays again, in case we don't see each other again. All right, big up.